Because all these crazy salary cap rules, they're going to have to waive them and then re-sign him again in November. But he's going to have a real role on this team with his brother.
I think he has some job security. him and Thanasis have some job security. I'm just going to put it out there. Rightfully so.
Well, look, this guy led the league in three-point percentage last year. So it's not like they're doing a step of favor here. Seth Curry in this system is going to have a lot of success, and it gives Steve Kerr another veteran option that's smart, that can shoot it, and gives him more depth.
They can't get it to go. Horford, quick outlet. You saw those Seth obviously not playing tonight. Curry has it. Quick catch, quick fire. Boy, he's in even, you can't even say preseason early form. A spectacular start. Looks in great rhythm. Ronnie James turns it over. Good defense. Curry. A little too fancy. Takes him for Golden State about him re-signing. It was a restricted free agent, but signed a 2-year deal. It'll be very fascinating to see his role and how it all plays out. Here's R.J. Davis, the rookie from North Carolina, who's come into the game. Buddy Hield comes up with a steal, took it away from Nate Williams. 5 turnovers for the Lakers. Butler kicks it out. Hield wide open. Hield in his second year with Golden State.
I don't know if you guys saw Jimmy Butler wave off Buddy Hield after he missed it, but that'll be a good one in the replay.
Well, those two have a fun relationship. Butler always teasing Hield. Shot swatted by Horford. Davis shot attempt. 4 on the shot clock. Connect way off. And Butler the rebound. Tell you what, the Warriors defense has been tenacious. You don't say that in preseason very often. Butler looking to post up the rookie. Draymond Green blocked by Ayton. And a couple of blocks the other night. Green gets it back from Horford, but can't complete it. Connect. Ronnie James. Butler. Throws it inside. Hield this time finishes it off. Davis, who had an excellent career at North Carolina, gets it off to Bronny James, floats it up, and Ayton draws the foul. A very active DeAndre Ayton. All right, Legs, you look at Ayton, had some great years with Phoenix. Of course, part of that finals run. Well, we're going to get more to him. We're going to take a break right now. But he could be a difference maker for this team.
No doubt about it. They got that.
He could be the focal point. He got there. It wasn't a great mix, and now he has an opportunity to be a contributor similar to he was in his Phoenix days.
He says it's the biggest opportunity of his career. He's aware of the talk out there and knows that he's got a lot to prove this year. Gary Payton is in the game. Pat Spencer's in the game. Payton right away, first touch. The veteran knocks it down. They re-signed him again. Payton's such a wonderful and tangible player. There's Nate Williams, former Rocket. Drives on Spencer, goes in hard. Horford right there with a help defense. Williams gets it back, deflected by Payton. Jonathan Kuminga now in the game, along with Spencer, Horford, Hield, and Payton.
And we're going to talk a lot about Al Horford this year with what he does from a spacing standpoint, his ability to shoot the three the way that he does. But he's already made 2 defensive plays at the rim in this game. And you forget that he's an elite backline defender. He can either play above the rim for a block or positionally get his body in the way to create traffic and draw a charge. He's just so smart as your anchor on the baseline.
Foul called Buddy Hield. He smacked Davis. Jackson Hayes also in the game for the first time. And they're in the bonus in the penalty, so Davis will shoot. R.J. Davis wasn't drafted. 5 years at Carolina. ACC Player of the Year in his 4th year. Young man from White Plains, New York. Archbishop Stepinac High School. Terrific college career. Played well the other night in the first preseason game. Upcoming national TV schedule, NBA TV tomorrow night. Thunder and Mavericks on Peacock on Tuesday. Bulls and Cavaliers, and ESPN Wednesday. WNBA Finals presented by YouTube TV. The Aces and the Mercury. Las Vegas up 2-0. We welcome in Peacock and NBC to part of our broadcast family with the NBA. It's going to be a lot of fun. 9-point Golden State lead. Spencer, good help there from Vanderbilt. Kuminga has the height advantage. Gets past Davis inside. Good help from Jackson Hayes, but a foul. And Kuminga will shoot.
And I like that play. He sets the screen, forces the switch, you get it back, and now you can post him up against the smaller defender. These are the things that we know Kuminga can do. We know he can do it, but can he do it within the framework of the system and in the flow? That's why he scored so many points when there was injuries to their team, but then also why you struggled to make him as a part of the rotation as you would like.
So this is his 5th year. It's hard to believe it's already 5 years. He's only 23 years old, the 7th pick back in 2021. And they still need him to play a role. Now, he wants to start, he wants to finish, he wants to be a focal point. So it's him finding some kind of niche here right now for this team, because they've got a lot of depth.
I will go ahead, Tim.
I was just going to say, it puts him in a conundrum, and we talked to Steve Kerr about this before the game, because of the tantalizing talent and the athletic ability that he represents that they don't really have on this roster. He can make plays against elite defenders that other guys on their team can't make just because he's so explosive. So if he can button up the details and polish his game and add maturity to his game, Richard, I think there's an absolute need for him in this rotation if they really want to compete and contend.
Spencer draws the foul. So some more free throws coming up with 2:26 remaining here in this first quarter.
Legs, you know one thing that can also affect the player's mentality. You win that championship early in your career. You win that championship, so the things left for you are, can you get paid, and how many times you could be an all-star, or how can you be an all-NBA. So when you get that championship, you know, under your belt pretty early, now all of a sudden your focal point might tweak into what can I be, what can I accomplish individually. And I think that's something that I think we saw a little bit with Jordan Poole. We've seen it with players over the course of being with a championship team younger and then wanting, you know, bigger things for themselves.
You saw the difference in the playoffs last year. First round Houston, he was basically out of the rotation, but then Steph Curry gets hurt game 1 of the second round. He winds up averaging 21 a game in a 5-game series against the Timberwolves with a 30-point game.
And I give him a lot of credit for mentally staying with it in that situation for a young player. But when he stood up in the game when Steph Curry went down, I saw a cloud of dust fly up down there. He had been sitting there so long. And all he does is step on the court. I'm not even sure his shoes were completely laced up. And he gets like a putback dunk immediately, and he had 2 30-point games in that series to close it out. They weren't able to get another win once Steph went down, but it showed you like what this guy potentially can represent, and he's still so young, even though he's got 5 years in.
23 years old, got called for travel there. Vincent inside, poked away by Spencer's all tied up. Decides to shoot it, can't get it to fall. Jackson Hayes. Lakers last year won 50 games, number 3 in the Western Conference. Vanderbilt knocks down the 3, and boy, what a difference that will make if he can knock down threes.
Well, Rich and I had our first side glance of the year right there, because listen, if that shot's going in, that's house money right there for Vanderbilt, because of all the other things he does to help you win. If he can knock down one of those once in a while, man, does his value go up.
And there's the Horford pass, beautiful look. Spencer finishes. 30-point first quarter for Golden State. Here's Gabe Vincent. Vincent, nice feed inside, and Hayes lays it up and in. Lakers have had a couple of really good possessions. Some nice ball movement. Horford, always a good three-point shooter. Didn't shoot hardly at all the first 7 or 8 years of his career. And then the game changed.
And then we saw nothing but big men and 7-footers shooting all the threes.
Six to shoot. Vincent makes his move, off balance, and Spencer does not like the call. Vincent will walk to the free throw line.
I like the combination of Hayes and DeAndre Ayton. If DeAndre Ayton brings that energy, the skill, the jumper, then you bring in Hayes off the bench, and now he's a hard rim roller, get you extra possessions on offensive rebounds. That is a good combination. And the Lakers have been looking for that. They tried to have a trade last year, wasn't able to get it done, and now I think they found their big man in Ayton.
Vincent connects on the first. Stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass. Watch live games like you're there with alternate broadcast. Real-time stat overlays for must-see games. Sign up on the NBA app or NBA.com to start streaming today. Gabe Vincent, of course, big part of that Miami Heat team that went to the finals in 2023. Was hurt much of his first year with the Lakers, but he is a good, tough, smart, hard-nosed player. This is his third year now with the Lakers.
And completely turned his season around a year ago. I mean, he could not make a shot the first 2 months of the season. He ended up being a guy who was playing 20-plus minutes regularly for them over the last couple of months.
Buddy Hield falling away, gets it to go. 4 points off the bench for Buddy Hield. He had that amazing Game 7 against the Rockets in the first round for Golden State. Shot clock turned off. No fouls to give here. Kuminga trying to harass Vincent. Does a nice job. Vincent, no. Does a